again, and welcome to another OSHA Safety Pro course in the OSHA Safety Pro series. This course is about OSHA's Personal Protective Equipment Standard, 29 CFR 1926.95 and 1910 Subpart I. We will discuss personal protective equipment that is designed to protect workers from serious workplace injuries or illnesses resulting from contact with chemical, radiological, physical, electrical, mechanical, or other workplace hazards. You will learn and you will gain what it takes to keep yourself, your colleagues, and those around you healthy and safe, returning home from work at the end of the day in the same manner, if not better, than when they left. As an added bonus, in addition to the auto-generated certificate that you will receive upon completing this course, I also will send you this custom premium diploma with your name on it, my signature, and my Texas A&M OSHA Engineering Extension Service identification number. Use this course as you see fit. It's yours once enrolled. Print up the slides and use them for convenient field training exercises, or enroll your employees in this course to maintain job compliance or for that important contract you're going for. Or here's an idea. Enroll once and play this big ugly mug on a conference room TV screen in front of everybody and certify them at once. Maybe you want to earn more on the job or level up your career. Use the skills from this course to impress management, your colleagues, or that potential client. Use the resources that I'm going to give you in this course to be a safety leader and prove yourself a valuable asset on the job. The teaching method for this course is designed so that it is quick and effective, convenient for you to be taken anywhere in the comfort of your own home or on the tailgate of your pickup truck, without sacrificing the valuable quality and content needed to keep you, your colleagues, and those around you safe on the job. Quick compliance is a good reason to take this course. Whether you need that quick certification for an upcoming job, or you need that solid bullet on your resume or CV, or a skill that makes you stand out from other applicants, this course is for you. In this course, we will cover the 4 phases of work zone traffic signs and signs and flags in conjunction with the proper hand and arm signals. The ideal motivated student for this course is anybody involved in the general or construction industries, anyone who works in public safety, underground or above ground utilities, who works for a city or municipality. It's also for anybody who has a career in safety or is a safety leader at their place of work or business. It's also designed for anybody who wishes to level up their current safety career. Maybe you want to use this course to start a new career or expand a current skill set. Either way, you're in the right place. In this course, we will talk about what the law states. We will also discuss effective policies that protect you and even exceed the OSHA standard. We will talk about the different types of personal protective equipment and what they protect. We will discuss how to simply care and maintain your personal protective equipment and components of an effective personal protective equipment program at your place of work or business. The ideal motivated student for this course is anybody involved in the general or construction industries, anyone who works in public safety, underground or above ground utilities, who works for a city or municipality. It's also for anybody who has a career in safety or is a safety leader at their place of work or business. It's also designed for anybody who wishes to level up their current safety career. Maybe you want to use this course to start a new career or expand a current skill set. Either way, you're in the right place. Thank you so much for considering taking this course. I want you now to be the hero. This is your time to shine. A real hero saves lives by saving people the pain and suffering that results from accidents ever happening in the first place. Now is your time to shine. Level up. Be that hero through prevention. The following is some free content for you to use as a sample or however you like. Please forgive my rough videography. I'm not the best at it only because I belong out in the field with people like you, out in the trenches, getting it done. Enjoy! This course is about OSHA's Personal Protective Equipment Standard, 29 CFR 1926.95 and 1910 Subpart I. As a provider, we owe it to our family, we owe it to ourselves, and we owe it to our employers to understand the dangers and hazards that exist on the job. We also owe it to them and ourselves to understand how to protect ourselves against those hazards. We owe it to our employer to work in a safe manner so that our employer isn't enabled to secure future jobs, which is more work and more money in our pockets. It is my mission to ensure that you return home from work, if not better, than the condition in which you left that day. I know you're busy, so I've taken tons of safety content conducted in the field with hardworking men and women just like you, and I've compiled them into short, convenient, yet effective courses that you can take anywhere, whether it's in your truck, at home, on the couch, or on your lunch break right on your phone or computer. What you will get from this course is an understanding of what the law says. I will give you policies that will protect you and exceed the OSHA standard. You'll gain an understanding of the different types of PPE and what they protect. You'll understand how to care and maintain your personal protective equipment. We'll look at the integral and effective components of a personal protective equipment program at your place of work or business. The course is yours once enrolled. Download the slides for field training. Enroll your colleagues and employees in this course. Download the videos and conduct group training with it. Use this course as initiative. That means we are taking the step without somebody having to tell us. If you see a gap in safety at your place of work or business, use this course to take initiative by presenting it to management and filling that gap. Present it to employers and safety departments as your own. It's yours once enrolled. Your family needs you. We have a responsibility to protect ourselves for the sake of our family, our coworkers, our employers. Our families depend on us to provide for them. Our ability to provide for them is inhibited if we are injured on the job or our employers see us as a liability and no longer want to employ us. Our coworkers depend on us. Our coworkers need us. We've all heard that saying, we're only as strong as our weakest link. If there's a gap in safety, whether it's due to inexperience or a method that has been done a certain way for a long time that is unsafe, it is our responsibility to build that person up through proper education and leading by example. So in that way, the whole team is built up and we create an effective, safe working environment. Our families depend on us to get home, and the families of our coworkers expect them to get home in the same condition, if not better, than when they left. Our employers depend on us and need us as well. Why? Because our employers require our safe working habits to secure big money jobs. Contracts and big money jobs are not given to employers who are seen as a liability. And that's more money out of your pocket. That is more money kept back from you. You owe it to yourself to be safe. Spare yourself the pain and suffering of an injury and ensure that you are enabled to provide for yourself and your family. The 7 most expensive words in business. but we've always done it this way. Well, that may be the case, but that doesn't mean it's the right way. And it doesn't mean it's the smart way. I get it. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. But the new dogs and the old dogs can all agree that today's world isn't the same world that it was a few days ago or years ago. The world is changing rapidly, and we need to adapt and overcome, or else it's going to swallow us up. I can only imagine the things that we've put our bodies through, assuming we've been doing it the right way. There's always a safer way to do something. Just because it's always been done a certain way doesn't mean it's right, and it doesn't mean there isn't a safer, better way of doing it. Because something has been done a certain way is usually because it's been the cheapest way of doing it. When you look at saving money, that dictates your SOPs and operating procedures, well, that's usually a sign that you're not saving the lives that depend on that job. Saving money and doing things the cheap way is not saving lives. You might be saving money at the sacrifice of your health and your safety. Because something has been a certain way is usually because it's the cheap way of doing it. And when you do things to save money, risk increases. Pause. Think. You have all the tools and you've got what it takes. I want you to be that hero. I want you to be an enabler. Promote keeping yourself and others safe by saving lives and sparing them the pain and suffering of an accident. Be a hero through prevention. Remain open to new ideas in safety. And you'll discover ways to save lives by preventing from bad accidents from ever happening in the first place. So yes, we're going to discuss what the law says, but let's not let that bog us down. Instead of letting it beat us, let's beat it. And by do that, we don't just meet that standard, but we beat that standard. There are different types of PPE, obviously. We're going to discuss which types of PPE are used for which body part. And I know that can seem a little obvious at times. Yes, safety glasses are for eyes, hands, go inside of a glove. We all know that. But beyond that, we are going to learn how to identify when the atmosphere around us changes or conditions change that warrant specific types and use of PPE. We're going to learn which types of PPE protect against which types of hazards, to include chemicals, radiological, and mechanical hazards. We're going to learn how to take care of our equipment. Remember, we take care of our equipment, it's going to take care of us. We'll talk about an effective PPE program that you can use at work. If there is none available to you currently, then this is your time to shine by presenting this course as yours and establishing a PPE program. And if one already exists, use the resources and skills in OSHA's Personal Protective Equipment Standard and how we're going to beat that standard to enhance the program that already exists and make it better. I understand that your time is valuable. You have bills to pay and mouths to feed. So many things compete for our time. Our hobbies, our responsibilities to our family and others. We all have social lives. And now I know you're dreading taking another safety course. But remember what this course is going to give you. It's going to help you shine. And remember also, we have a moral responsibility to those around us and to our families to work safe. Why? Because we wouldn't want our accidents or our complacency to hurt or kill others. When you hear those 7 most expensive words in business, we've always done it this way. We don't want that type of mentality to hurt or kill us, because the world, its technology, and its way of doing things is moving at an exponential rate, and it's leaving behind the ways things have always been done, and it's evolving and we need to adapt with it. I look forward to seeing you in the next lectures. Take care, and God bless you. So I know a lot of this next section is going to be self-explanatory, and I don't mean to insult anybody's intelligence. Remember, a good leader, or if you are an employee who wants to lead and move up, you must understand the concept of mentoring those around you and taking care of your people. And that's what this course enables you to do. You never know. You might stumble upon something that you forgot or you didn't know already. If anything, this will be a good refresher. So let's take a look at the different types of personal protective equipment, which body parts they protect, and what hazards they protect us from. Types of personal protective equipment and what they protect. Our hard hats protect our most valuable physical asset, our heads. The hard hats will protect us from flying or falling objects. Oftentimes, hard hats are not required to be worn in heavy equipment with rollover protection systems. However, we never know when somebody else's piece of equipment may cause debris to fly and hit us in the head. The same can be applied to safety glasses. Safety glasses protect our eyes. A good tip would be to ensure that every worker has a set of clear and dark lens safety glasses. Dark lens to be used outside or in high light areas, and clear lens to be used in low light areas or indoors. We gotta alert heavy equipment operators and those around us of our presence. Man versus machine usually ends up with man's hurt and injured body. So we wear a safety vest to display that an actual human being is out here in this danger zone. Also, safety vests protect our skin. How? Somebody pouring concrete can accidentally spill concrete on their clothing, and that concrete chemical in their clothing can then soak through and irritate their skin. So a safety vest will act as a barrier between clothing that can be soaked and the hazard on the other side in the work zone. Gloves protect our hands, fingers, and arms. Safety boots or shoes protect our feet. Face shields are going to protect our eyes and face. Yes, we want to protect our eyes with safety glasses. But what about our face, our mouth, our teeth? Those can all fall victim to flying debris. Earplugs and earmuffs protect our ears. Remember, at 85 decibels, the environment is too loud. At 90, you must wear hearing protection. How do we know when the environment has reached a dangerous level of noise? If our coworker has to shout at us to hear us within the environment, then it is too loud. If we hear any ringing in our ears at the end of the day, the environment has been too loud. It's a safe bet to know that any type of grinders, jackhammers, or saws create a noise environment that is damaging to our ears. So let's be proactive and take some initiative and ensure we have hearing protection in. Metatarsal protection protect the tops of our feet, as in during the use of jumping jacks. Respirator masks protect our lungs. Construction sites have one thing in common. Well, they have one very big thing in common. They usually all have dust. And another thing, concrete. That's a deadly mix. Inside concrete, we have crystalline silica, which is nanoparticles of quartz crystal that gets into the dust on the construction site, and when the wind picks up, that dust mixed with crystalline silica is in the air. We in turn breathe that in, and it irritates our lungs, and it causes silicosis, cancer of the lungs, and there is no cure for it. It's like getting up from your couch to go grab a drink from the refrigerator, and in doing so, you felt like you ran a mile. and you're out of breath, and you're going to be stuck to an oxygen tank. There is no cure, and it can't be reversed, but it can be prevented with a simple respirator mask. Welding shields protect our eyes and skin. Rubber boots also protect our feet and skin. Remember, safety boots or shoes may be made out of a material that can easily be soaked. So when working with chemicals or material that has chemicals in it that can soak through, rubber boots are the best. At a minimum, our posture, our status while on the job should look like this. Let's protect our most valuable assets. Our head with a hard hat, our eyes with the safety glasses, our body with a safety vest, our hands with gloves, and our feet with boots. I would much rather buy you a set of safety glasses, or two, so you can have a pair to work indoors and then a pair to work outdoors with, than buy you a new eye. I'd much rather buy you a set of gloves than a prosthetic hand or a hook. So, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Our hard hats protect us from falling or flying objects. They even protect us from electrical and bump hazards. Safety glasses are used for protection from dust, dirt, metal, chemical splash, and flying objects. What's the first thing we often do when we get something in our eye? We want to rub it out. Well, what if that was a chemical or a small piece of metal? So now we're just scraping the top of our eye as we rub it. Let's prevent that with safety glasses. Safety vests are used for protection against being struck by heavy equipment because the high visibility color alerts our presence to heavy equipment operators. It also protects against hazardous chemicals. It prevents the chemicals from soaking through our clothes and irritating and hurting our skin. So that safety vest is a barrier between our clothes and skin and any type of oils or chemicals that might hurt us. Gloves are used for protection against sparks, heat, blows, chips, and rough objects. It protects us against chemicals, cuts, and abrasions. Foot protection against heavy objects from striking the foot or stepping on sharp objects. It also protects us from slippery surfaces and electrical hazards. Face shields protect us from flying objects and chemical splash. Hearing protection, such as earmuffs or those small little foamies, protects our ears from excessive noise. Hearing damage is irreversible, and it is a common myth that you can toughen up your ears, and that is not so. You cannot toughen up your ears the way you toughen up your hands or your feet. Once hearing is gone, it's gone for good. If you ever start hearing that high-pitched ringing sound in your ear, it may only be temporary, that high-pitched sound, but it indicates permanent hearing damage at a certain frequency. So, whenever you hear that high-pitched ringing, also known as tinnitus, in your ear, well, your body, your ears, your inner ear has now lost its ability to hear a sound at a certain frequency. Let's prevent that. Throw in that hearing protection. If there's any grinders in the area, saws, jackhammering, whether or not you're the operator, if you're working around it, and most definitely if you're the operator, you should be wearing hearing protection. Metatarsal protection protects our feet against pressure impacts, falling objects, and being struck. Use these when operating that jumping jack. Respirator masks protect us from harmful dusts, vapors, or mists, such as concrete dust and paint. Welding shields protect us from retinal burn, cataracts, and blindness that can occur from welding. Rubber boots protect our feet from chemical burns and from concrete chemicals present during concrete pours. Just like the safety vest is that barrier from chemicals, so is the rubber boot. And that's why when working with chemicals, it may be a good idea to work with rubber boots as opposed to other material.